is today the day? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Shaners. Happy birthday to you. You're growing old.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You have gray hair. No, you have no hair. You smell like a skunk.
Hey, why'd you mouth?
Yes, today is Friday. Today is Shane's birthday. He's 51 years old. He's a babe. Are you 51 or 52? Oh, my bad. Shane is 52 years old. I'm 54. So he's a little youngin'. Am I like, is that called rocking the cradle? Walking to the farm, and I'm gonna tell you something. Yesterday or last night, when I was doing the animals, doing feeding time, because I feed at night, Dee Dee had so much milk. So I feel like in my heart, it's gonna be this weekend. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering if I walk out here and there's a baby. But the last 2 times that she gave birth, she did it in the afternoon. So I don't know if I'll see a baby this morning or it'll be in the afternoon again. You know, I'm thinking she's had 2 heifers the last 2 times. I'm like, is this going to be a bull calf this time? I really would love to have another heifer, but we'll see. I don't think I see a baby this morning, but I'll be shocked if it's not here by Sunday. I'm going to show you her milk when we get out there. It is a lot. But first, we got to do our farm chores here. We got to let the chickens out and all that stuff before we go out there. Good morning. Good morning, babies. Good morning. They're such sweet babies. Such sweet babies. Next up is the pigeons. I do have baby pigeons again. And the ones that you've already seen have already flown the nest. And they're on their own now. Good morning. Stone, where'd your tail go? Where'd your tail go? Stone is molting, which means he's getting his summer coat in, and he looks a little funny right now. No tail, you can tell he's like not as vibrant as he normally is. Good morning. This is a new mommy right here. I'll show you her babies. They're so sweet and cute. Normally she has a fantail, but she's been sitting, so she looks a little funny. I've been keeping Stone's feathers from him molting because I just think they're so cool looking. I'm gonna do something with them, but I'm not sure what yet. This week, I went to a church Tuesday. I went to a library Wednesday and a library Thursday. And I can't even begin to tell you what it's like to stand in front and there's like 100 kids in front of you along with, let's just say 100 parents. it's like the place is so packed, and it's almost like I am in the middle of New York, standing on stage, dancing, and having a good time with these kids. It's absolutely the most incredible feeling in the whole wide world. Let these jokers out. Good morning. Good morning. Next coop. This coop I have to just kind of pry her open. Good morning. Good morning. This next coop, it almost looks like I have really gotten the title of Crazy Chicken Lady. There are so many chickens in here, but I do have a plan with them. I'll tell you about it shortly, but let me show you how many chickens I have in the castle. Good morning. Y'all go play. Go play. Father is over here still taking care of his babies. I hear ya. I have one turkey left. I'm gonna go get y'all some feed. You see what I mean? I've never had that many chickens that I was growing out. But this is what happened. When my farm first shut down, when I had to close it, I was like, what am I gonna do for income? If I don't do tours and I don't do field trips, what am I going to do for income? And so I, invested in that incubator. And I told Shane, I said, I have a plan. I said, I think I'm going to incubate eggs, because I get phone calls all the time from families, let's just say, that are in the city. And the city allows them to have 4 hens and no rooster. And they don't want to go buy little baby chicks that are straight run because there's a chance they could get a rooster. And then they would get fined being in the city having a rooster that's crowing. And I will tell you, it's sometimes hard to find homes for roosters. So they don't want to be caught up in that situation. So I told Shane, I said, I think I'm going to hatch a bunch of chickens, raise them to where they're grown, where I can tell if they're hens or roosters. That way I can provide these people that want fresh farm eggs and need hens, I can provide that for them. That is my goal. We gotta let these little jokers out. Good morning. Good morning. That's Spice. Good morning. So these are the chickens that are in the castle coop. Some of them stay inside, some of them come out here. So that is my plan with all those chicks. So I do have several people. Oh, the peacock is off the nest. Hang on. There she is. Hey, Mama. You better go get you a bite to eat. Let's see if they're still, what was there, 10 eggs? Okay. Good morning, Mama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know. I think I count 9 or 10. She's not liking it. She's not liking it. I know, Mama. I know. She's going back to the nest. Your babies are fine. I hear you, girl. They fine. You go get you a bite to eat and some water. So, a few videos ago, I showed you they were both sitting in the nest. I need to explain something because people were like, I can't remember. Lester or Arm's Family Farm, they hatched them and raised them together. Okay, I need you to understand. My eggs are not hatching at the same time because one hen has been broody and she is due next week. The other hen is not due next week. So that's what's been confusing to me, is knowing like what is going to happen. Will they both get off the nest when those, I think there's 6 or 7 eggs? No, there's 6. When those 6 eggs hatch next week, is the mama going to continue to lay there because the other eggs are not hatching? Is she going to get up and raise her babies? Or is she going to sit there because not all the eggs are hatched? I don't know what's going to happen. I hope I want to see her raise them, but I don't know what's going to happen because the other eggs are not going to hatch. So I don't know if she's going to continue to lay or if she's going to get up to raise those babies. So we will see. She is due the 26th next week. I think that is Thursday. So go hit that notification button so you can see what happens with these peacocks, so that you get the notification that my video has come out. I'm in the big farm area. Let's go check on Dee Dee. Here in Alabama, it has rained every single day for 2 months. Everything is a mess. I can't clean anything up. Shane can't get the skid steer out here because everything is a muddy mess, and the skid steer would just make a bigger mess. So we haven't been able to clean out the barn stalls. Oh, I'm just like up to here. Like, I'm thankful for rain because I would rather it rain than be a drought, you know, because last year it was so hot. And I know that when August comes around, we're going to wish we had rain because it's going to be 105 degrees out here. Hang on, she needs to speak to me. Good morning. Good morning, She. Are you eating nuts? Did you find some nuts falling from the tree? I need to go check on your sister. Okay? I'll give you a couple scratches. I'll give you a couple scratches. Yeah. You a good girl. Dee Dee's over here eating hay. So, I know she's okay. Why am I whispering? She's okay. I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm crazy. Right, here she is. Good morning. Oh, Ma. Look at all that milk. Look at that. Her teats are at command. I think it can get bigger. Oh, yeah. She can get a lot bigger than that. When she's ready, it will be no wrinkles there. Like, she won't even be able to get her legs together. Now, she is super swollen, but it'll be a lot bigger than that. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I will tell you what happened the last 2 times. The last 2 times that she gave birth, it was like that. It looked like that. And then one morning I came out here and she had a ton of milk. It like came in overnight. So it still could be this weekend. I could come out here tomorrow and it just be a ton of milk. Or it could be another 2 weeks, you know. Who knows? Only God knows. But as of right now, you see she's fine. She's eating hay. She's up. She's walking around. But today will not be the day. Shane was hoping that she would deliver on his birthday, but it's not happening. It won't be today. Good morning. Good morning. You got an itch? You finna be a daddy. Okay. Come on. Come on, buddy. Okay, I gotta go let the chickens out. You be a good boy. Okay? Dexter was wanting some loving this morning. All right, we gotta finish letting all the chickens out. Today, Shane and I have to go to Florence. My son lives in Florence, and last week, his car broke down. And his car's been breaking down a lot over the past couple of months. We put a new transmission in. I don't want to tell you how much that cost. And it's still not working right. And so he got a new used car. Actually, he bought Haley's car. Y'all know who Haley is. Haley's been live with me a bunch. We had a little bit of a segment when she was in college here. She's actually in Hawaii going to school to be a biologist. Haley's so smart. So he got her car, and we got to go pick up his old car because we sold it. Look how much Jackie's coloring has changed. He no longer has a green head. And he no longer looks like a mallard. He's not a mallard, but he looked like one. Isn't that crazy? He's just changing like crazy. Hey, Midnight. Wallace. Pretty girl. There's Quacky Jackie with one leg. There's Dolly, Gigi, and Chirpsy. I just got a message from Larry's hospice nurse. Larry has been in respite since Tuesday. I'm going to pick him up today. I'm picking him up a day early. And I really wish I would have waited till Saturday because I didn't realize I was having to go get my son's car. But I'm going to get him today. And she sent me a message and said that he's already had his bath and he'll be ready to go home after lunch today. So he'll be excited to be back home and see Rolly and Dad. Can you believe how big Miracle Miles is? She looks like Jill now. She's like a grown adult now. This rooster's thinking about flogging me. I'm about to get him. He's about to go to the principal's office for sure. I don't know what he's doing. Good morning. Good morning, Sharpie. Good morning. I'm hoping she gets off the nest. She's been broody for so long. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all out to go play. Go have a good day. Make good decisions. Good morning. That is Miracle Miles. Can you believe it? She's a pretty girl. There's Jackie Poo. There's old Jackie Poo, but that's her. Can you believe how she's very timid and shy? You wouldn't think since I hand raised her, but she is. Go have a good day. Make good decisions, Miracle Miles. They're gonna fight over getting out. Go on, baby. There she goes. We got a bunch of eggs. I'll get those and go put those in the bucket. Thank you, girls. I want to give a shout out to Miller Manufacturing. Let me just tell you, every feeder, every waterer that I have out here is made by them. And when you have as many chickens as I have, big, nice feeders that can feed the ducks and the chickens at the same time is very beneficial to a farm. And they have come up with the greatest design for feeding them. As a matter of fact, it keeps it dry because I empty the bucket in the top and it has a cover on it that keeps it dry. But I'll tell you what I've learned. When you have as many animals as I have, poultry, you worry about rats. You do. Because if I was to leave a feeder out, rats would get in it, raccoons would get in it, possums would get in the feed. Well, what I've learned, I know my animals so well, I know how much feed they eat a day. So I pour enough feed into this container for it to be empty in the afternoons. It works perfect. Eliminates rats, eliminates like predators coming out here because I don't leave feed out overnight. It's been an absolute asset to Snead's Farmhouse. I'll put the link to Miller in the description. You'll love them. They sell a ton of products for farms that are assets. It's almost like they have farms themselves because they know what products to come up with that are beneficial to farms. Look at Jack giving his morning bath. Good job, Jackie Poo. Get your bath, brush your teeth. I'm gonna fix your breakfast. He's so cute. I just let the big animals out, and this is the deal. I'm whispering again. So there's a chicken that has been broody over here in the alpacas. Hey, yeah, she's only sitting on 2 eggs, but I see her like squirming. So I'm wondering if the babies have hatched. So let's go look. Oh, she's squirming because there's another chicken. Look at all these eggs. Mama? Oh, oh, oh. No babies yet. Okay, I'm sorry. There's an egg back there, too. I'm sorry, Mama. You do your thing. The reason these chickens are laying in here, I'll tell you. I think I've said this before, but I'm going to say 2 years ago, in one of my coops, in the back of the coop, okay, there's a place that you can open it to collect eggs, right? It has a handle. Keep in mind, hang on, look at Luna. And Ruger. Luna's so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, on to my story. 2 years ago, there was an attack. It was the craziest attack I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I'm going to go show you what I'm talking about. Because if I explain it and you don't see it, you're not going to understand. So I'm going to help you understand. All right, this is the story. So in this coop, it was almost like a box. It was a brooder for small chickens. I had it up against this coop 2 years ago. This raccoon climbed up the brooder, took its little hands, because you know they have hands, and opened this coop and attacked my chickens. That day, those chickens were so scared that they would no longer go into the coop. They would no longer go into the coop. So they started roosting in the barn 2 years ago. And to this day, they roost into the barn and will not go into the coop. Now, they're safe in the barn because they roost up in the rafters and the big animals are in there. So nothing's going to happen in there with like a raccoon or a possum or something like that. But that's the story. And that's why they lay in the alpaca barn, because I guess I could put a nesting box in there. I wonder if they would go in it. But they've always gone on the ground in the barn because that's where their home is. You feeling okay? She came in the barn. You need a pregnancy massage? Poor. I know what it's like to be 9 months pregnant. Not enough. I'll be so glad when it stops raining so we can get the skid steer out here and clean up. Ugh. Mud drives me nuts. She's hanging in there. All right, I have done all the farm chores out here. I do need to go get chick feed for all those baby chicks and then go do the education center. And then Shane and I will head to my son's. Look how much my plant, I have a Christmas. Look how much my plants have grown. Do I remember what they looked like before? I still have my ladybugs that come in at night. So pretty. So pretty. Just love it. And look at this. They're really doing pretty. Isn't he cute? Since we're on our way, we have an hour drive. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about me, and I want to see if you know the answer. What is, when it comes to a woman, what is a water line?
When it comes to a woman, like body line wise, or
Yeah.
I mean,
What is a water line?
I guess like when you birthing a baby and your water breaks.
Oh, dear.
What is a water? The line that water runs through. I don't know.
You don't know what a water line is? Okay, I'm going to show you what a water line is, okay? I got to take my glasses off. You see this thing right here?
Yeah.
That is a water line. Women put their eyeliner in their water line. Has nothing to do with birthing a baby, okay? All right, now you ask me a question. Okay, it's my turn.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you to name 4 different type of welding processes. They can either be abbreviated or you can tell them.
Abbreviated?
Yeah, they got abbreviations.
MIG,
Okay.
TIG,
Okay.
SIG,
See.
and LIG.
Yeah, what the hell?
MIG,
Okay.
TIG,
2.
TIG, jig, MIG, did they rhyme? MIG, jig, hot weld.
We talked about one while ago. I gave you abbreviation.
Shane, I can't remember that far back.
That wasn't even a quarter mile back.
Pipe weld,
That's not a
pipe, MIG, TIG, pipe.
So MIG is a process which is known for gas metal arc welding, which is a semi-automatic process. Okay, and then you got TIG. TIG welding is a process.
Well, what's the other
known as
two?
gas tungsten arc welding, which is and can be semi-automatic.
You're already over my head.
I know
Just
I am.
get to the answers.
And then we have flux core arc welding.
I've never even heard you say that
And then
before.
we have shielded metal arc welding. Which
Never heard you say that.
We just talked about that right back there. Not even a half a mile back.
Okay, it's my turn to ask you a question. My turn. If I'm using toner, what am I doing to my body?
I guess you're trying to give yourself a tan.
I'm cleaning my face.
Yeah, we call that sea breeze.
Your turn.
Alright, so we talked about what processes of welding are they welding in.
Yes.
Now, in those processes, do you weld DC positive, DC negative, or AC, or all the above?
My mother always taught me to be positive. So I'm going to say positive. Am I right? Yes, I am.
So you would use all those, all above. Because TIG welding can be done AC or DC negative.
You're over my head.
MIG welding can be done DC positive. Stick welding can be done DC positive or AC stick welding.
My turn. If I'm working my gluteus minimus, where is that muscle located?
Glutes, I guess. I don't know.
Well, where is it located on? Just say gluteus minimus.
Chest, I don't know. I mean, glutaminiums. I don't know what that is.
Your gluteus minimus is your glutes, but it's on the side of your glutes. Your gluteus maximus is your butt cheek.